Hi, let's go ahead and make some trades today. We're later in the morning, early afternoon here. We're going to use our echo indicator to make some trades. We get into a little bit slower volume and lower liquidity the further from the open that we get, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and use our signals and make some trades here anyway. So what we're looking for here is you can see on the right hand side that there are multiple time frames available on this chart. So you've got a 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30, 60, 240 daily and weekly chart. What it's telling you is you're actually seeing these are just 1 minute candles up here, but what this is doing is it's tracking the trend and a couple other things to let us know what the longer term charts are doing as well. So what we're actually looking for is we're looking for times at which we would want to go back to the buy position, because the 5 minute through the 240 are buying right now. So we'd actually probably should have just taken a buy position. It's too busy talking. Anyway, what you're looking for is you're looking for times when you have a lot of buying here and you're in an uptrend, and then you get a couple of sell marks here. You would then buy again after that sell mark. The same thing would apply here. You would buy here, and we should have bought here. It looks like we would have bought at about 68. That would have been our entry, so we definitely would have been able to get out. We're going to be doing quarter point movements today. We'll do a few of these, and just to let you guys see how the indicator works and go from there. We may take another entry here if it comes back down to 68 because we're still in a buy pattern here. But what we want to do is we call this the echo indicator. Let me just keep my eye on this while I'm talking. We call this the echo indicator because it's buying, 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 then a small amount of selling, and then it echoes back to the buying. So that's what we're going to be looking for. There's a couple other patterns that you can use here. We call this one a step pattern right here in the middle, where it goes back to sell, sell, and then the 5 minute steps with the 1 minute. That's where you could also still sell. Right now we're just looking at basic echo patterns though, and we're going to consider taking a buy position here. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can get in at this entry here. Now these are limit orders, so what we're going to do is we're going to put in the order. The order is going to have to either get it through enough contracts to put us in, or it's also the possibility that it will go through our order in order to fill us. So you can see it's touched our entry a couple of times but hasn't filled the order yet. Our position is still flat. Okay, so the 1 minute's actually got a little bit of selling signal here. If this echoes back to buying here in the next 17 seconds, then this will be a good entry. If it does go back to buying in the next 17 seconds, we may move our entry up 1/4 of a point. Okay, there's our entry right at the support level. Okay, a second minute has just formed with some selling. Okay, we got our exit there. Now, this 2 minutes in a row of selling, we could consider taking a sell position here, but we're on a support level, as you can see. Also, we're going to look for this echo back to the buy side, and we'll take another buy position as soon as we see that echo back. There's our echo back to the buy side. Let's try and get in down here. So if you're familiar with this, it'll depend on your knowledge, but I like to buy the bid and sell the ask, which is just 1/4 point outside of the current pricing. Give me a little bit better execution. Depending on the volume and liquidity, that can be a good thing and a bad thing, just because you end up waiting on stuff for so long. Now let's move this up one time. See if it gets us in at 50. Okay, there's our entry and our exit almost simultaneous because it jumped up. So what happens there is that it gets you into the market at 68.50, but if it jumps that full half point to 69, because you're only asking for a quarter point, it takes you all the way through, and you end up getting your exit right away. Now there's a couple of different ways that you can actually use this. You can actually use the candlesticks in conjunction with the pattern here. And so in this particular instance, we're in a buying pattern, right? But if we get a sell candle and we're still in a buying pattern in the middle of the candle, we can actually end up considering to take a buy position here. Again, just because of the sell candle. So this could be a good option here. We'll wait for the next post since we've only got 15 seconds left. If it buys again on the next post, then we'll definitely get into a buy order. Okay, definitely a buy here. Might not have pulled the trigger quick enough on that one. We'll see, I guess. Okay, entry and exit pretty quick, painless. Another quick entry just because it's jumping the half point. So that's sometimes the advantage of taking just that small little piece out of the market, is that half point jump is pretty common. So if you take that limit entry and then you have a limit entry a quarter point away and it jumps a half point, it's going to be almost instantaneous fill. Okay, another sell candle there. So we're just kind of waiting here. Another little bit of waiting. Oh, there's a post to the buy side. Let's wait here, make sure that we get a good entry. Might not have pulled the trigger quick enough on that one. Okay, so waiting on that. I think we might have missed this one. If it keeps moving away, we'll end up not even trying to get filled on this. Yeah. Might have missed that one. That's just kind of the luck of the draw there. So we'll cancel that one and we'll wait for the next entry. Creating a new high there at 69 and a quarter. 69 and a half now. All right, so if we get a red candle here, but the indicator stays green. So if we get a red candle up here, the indicator stays green, we will be willing to take another buy position there. We'll see what happens here in the next 10 seconds. Wait for that post. Did post green and gave us a red candle, so take a little buy position there. You can see the indicator is flashing back and forth between buying and selling here. So unlike the others that we've been doing, we haven't had instant fills because it didn't jump up through our price. It's touched our price a couple of times now. You can see there we're trying to get out at 68.75. It's touched our price 3 or 4 times now. It's chewing through contracts as it goes up to that price. Every time it touches that price, it's going. You're getting a little bit closer to the front of the line of having your contracts bought or sold. And the other option to get those closed out is for it to go all the way through your price. So we've done 250 bucks. We'll try to take a couple more here and see how we do. Okay, hitting that resistance at 69, but we just got another buy order here. So let's see if we can get in on this. You can see it just echoed really quickly, went to sell and then right back to buy. So we'll see if we can get in and out of that trade. Another buy signal there on the new minute, so should be okay on this. The one thing that concerns me about this trade is that resistance at 69, trying to get out right at the resistance. Okay, touched our price once, didn't get us out. See how long it takes to go through these contracts here. Okay, we've got a sell echo happening right here. So maybe a little bit longer wait than normal. I think we're about 15 minutes into this. So we'll see what we do with this order and maybe wrap up after this order. Oh, there's your 5-minute step. Let's see if we don't maybe break even on this one. Take another order going back to the sell side. Okay, so we took a little bit of a break even on that, but we'll come back down to the sell side on this. This 5 minutes stepping down to the sell side here. So here's our first sell order of the day. Okay, there we go. 300 bucks in about 15 minutes. Pretty good 15 minutes. Alright, echoed back to the buy side there. See if we can get in there again. This is a 1/4 point below the one that we had to wait on so long. But you can see this echo back to the buy side here. Okay, there's our entry. Oh, we've got a little sell signal going on the 1 minute. We'll see what happens here on the 5-minute chart. Okay, $375, just shy of 20 minutes. There's another buy signal. It's funny, we keep getting in at the same price over and over. But that's just where it's been kind of bouncing around and keeps giving us these echoes back to the buy side. Okay, there's the entry. Well, 5-minute stepped. So we'll see if this gets us out. 5-minute stepped and switched back to buy. Trying to decide whether it wants to buy or sell here. We've got a buy signal there slightly. Okay, there we go. There's our exit. So still just about a little shy of 20 minutes and just over $400. You know, kind of think to yourself, how much do I generally make in about 20 minutes? So this is a pretty good time to be having a tool like this in your back pocket. Alright, we got about 2 minutes left and we'll wrap this up, hitting the top of that range. This gave us a buy signal, but hitting the top of that range, I'm a little bit leery of that buy signal, so we're going to wait and just see what happens here. Got about a minute left to wrap things up here. And since we got a secondary buy signal, if we get a sell candle here, we'll take another buy position. Okay. There's that sell candle. Let's see if we can get in here one more time. This will be the final trade. 68.5. That's kind of been the happy number. You can see here we've continued to get in across the bottom of these trading ranges. That's why 68.5 has been such a big number for us, is because that's been the support level. And that's where the indicators have been giving us signal to buy again. Okay, there we go. $500 should be about 20 minutes, I think, on this particular experience, and hopefully you guys were able to see how this works, and you can see all the little buy signals that come off of this. Up, 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 up. Lots of opportunity to have successful trades there, and only in about 20 minutes. So if you got 20 minutes each morning, this can be a really good tool for you. Thanks for being on, and we'll talk to you soon.